Ls236 here, in possibly the last installment of my mage ability, or the magic spells videos for Skyrim. So, I haven't got much to show you in this video, but this is the restoration spells. So, for the Novice Spells, you have the Lesser Ward and Healing. So Healing heals you and you only for 15 points of health per second, and it costs 4 magicka per second. And that works like that. And the Lesser Ward increases your armor rating by 40 points and negates up to 40 points of spell damage or effects, and that costs 12 magicka per second. So you may be thinking, well, increases armor rating by 40, I've heard that before. Yes, it is sort of like Stone Flesh, which improves your armor rating by 60, or Oak Flesh, which does it by 40 as well. But I think the Lesser Ward will cost more over the time. Yeah. So Oak Flesh lasts for 60 seconds and costs 35, while the ward is 12 per second. So yeah, in 2 or 3 seconds you've already used up Oak Flesh. Right, so that's it for Novice. We now move on to Apprentice. So we have Healing Hands and Steadfast Ward. I shall start with Fast Healing and Healing Hands. So Fast Healing, it heals you and you only for 75 points. And it's not a constant thing, it'll only do it once until you have to redo it again. But it'll still give you 75 points of health back for only 26 magicka, which is pretty good. And so Healing Hands, this time you can use it on anyone but you, and it heals the target for 15 points per second, but obviously not undead, Atronachs or machines, and that one costs 9 magicka per second. Right, and now we have the Steadfast Ward, which increases your armor rating by 60 and negates up to 60 points of spell damage, and this one costs 21 per second. And we also have Turn Undead, which will make all undead up to level 6 flee for 30 seconds, and that one costs 30 magicka. So now we move on to Adept. Close Wounds, which costs 91 magicka. It heals you for 150 points of health. And the Greater Ward, which will deflect from you 60 points of damage. 80 points of damage. Yes. 80 points of damage and 80 points of spell damage, and that one costs 62 magicka per second. We have Heal Other, which is a augmented version of Healing Hands. This will heal the target for 112 points, but not undead, Atronachs or machines, and it costs 58. So this is not a constant effect either. And like Turn Lesser Undead, we have Turn Undead, and this is undead up to level 13 that flee for 30 seconds, and this one costs 122 magicka. So now I believe we move on to Expert. We have Circle of Protection, which undead up to level 20 entering the circle will flee. It sort of works like Turn Undead, but not in the same way. It creates a circle on the floor, and when they enter that, they will flee. So, as you can see here, any undead entering this will flee for 30 seconds. And that costs 124 Magicka. But it does not say how long it lasts for. In fact, it seems like it lasts for a few seconds. And then next up we have Grand Healing. This heals everyone close to you for 300 points of health, and it costs 184. So, but I don't know if it heals you. I don't think it does. Only anyone near you. And then we have Turn Greater Undead, and that means undead at level 21 will flee for 30 seconds and 93. And then the only master level spell is Bane of the Undead, and this sets all undead up to level 37 on fire and makes them flee for 30 seconds. And this one costs 715 Magicka. So thank you very much for watching, and the next video might be Dragon Shouts. So